Now, a lot of people say that consumer staples and utilities are bad long-term holds. The logic behind that is that they go up when everyone's scared, then they sit there doing nothing for years when things are all good. And in the last decade, that is true. Staples did about half of what the S&P did, and I'm not going to pretend otherwise, but I still think it's a bad argument, and the decade before that is the reason why. I already showed you those numbers too. Holding some staples is a decision about what you think happens for the next 10 years. Does it look like 2000 through to 2010, or does it look more like 2016 through to 2026? It's up to you. But either way, all that matters is I'm very confident that the staple stocks I'm invested in will be worth more in 10 years than they are today. So that's all that matters to me. But really, this is about balancing your risk so you're still standing with money 10 years from now, ready to invest. Staying in the game is the whole edge, and there's nothing wrong with rebalancing your portfolio towards boring stuff when the exciting stuff seems overheated. In my opinion, it's overheated. Maybe it's not for you. And the other thing is, I held Nvidia and Palantir and others from around 2022, 2023 through to the end of 2025, and then I got out. I made my profit. I think they are overpriced now. That's my personal opinion. And I'd rather chunk that money into the next thing, which I think is going to be energy. But hey, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. It doesn't matter. Like I said, I think 10 years from now, they'll be up anyway. And also, don't think that America is the only place in the world where you can put your money. These days, you pretty much have access to the whole world. And there are other countries that have more potential upside than the US. If you think stocks in the US are too expensive, are overheated, and their upside is limited, you could look for other countries. For example, I sold a lot of my S&P and chucked that into the WIG, the WIG, which is Poland's version of the S&P. It's just an index of the Polish market, essentially. I talked about this earlier this year, and now it's up twice as much as the S&P. Not bad so far, but we'll see what happens over the next 10 years, although I'm probably going to sell my position there because Poland's looking a bit shaky in the coming years. Anyway, I also hold gold and silver. I think they're protection against debasement, so that's another thing. So to summarize step 2, it's not about selling everything and going all in on gold, silver, boring staples. It's about taking a look at what will be resilient no matter what happens to the market and planning around that. That's how you think as an investor. And yes, I 100% agree that if no crash comes and the market keeps flying up and AI keeps pumping, then you'd probably make more money holding AI stocks. But this step is about balancing those risks, because I want to be in a good position if the AI bubble keeps running, but I also want to be in a good position if it doesn't. And that sort of thinking is what's kept me in the game for 25 years. By the way, I put together a free retirement guide, how to retire before 2036, 6 steps, everything I'd do if I was starting again at 40 with nothing. No hype, no nonsense. It's free to grab. There's a link below. Check it out.